Joker the Gengar, a fellow San Diego Chargers fan. So you already know, just go Chargers before I start. Alright, so I have a Celebi lead, and I try to trick it, but it happens to be Choice 2, the Machamp, so that didn't work out at all. And then I get smacked with a payback, which doesn't do me any favors. So now I have to switch. And I go to Lucario because I figure I will resist this greatly. And I thought I didn't know what he was gonna switch to after that, so I just went for a crunch, hoping to get something that a psychic type or something, or a ghost. So he brings in a Gyarados, and this is a really bulky Gyarados with Thunder Wave, and the Thunder Wave's my Mesprit that comes in, and I'm like, shit, that's bad. So he switches out to his Torkoal, and I Psychic, and it does pretty decent damage. And I don't really want to stay in because, you know, if I get paralyzed and then he just sets up Stealth Rock, he might explode on me. So I might as well switch to my Empoleon and start setting up and see how this works out. So what I do is I set up the substitute on his switch back into the Gyarados. And now I'm just gonna start Ice Beaming away, see exactly how much damage I could do to this thing, which is measured in nothing. But he waterfalls, and that's not gonna break my sub. He has to hit it one more time. So I'm just gonna keep ice beaming this. I have the sub up, so why not? I'm just gonna keep trying to get the damage on it. What I really should have done, I really should have agility'd around this time. This would have helped. Yeah, so he's gonna switch out and he's gonna go back to his Machamp, and I'm just gonna set up another substitute, so I'll be fine. So now I set up the agility because I thought for some reason, because I tricked him a Scarf, he would be faster than me, but he still isn't, so I guess I really didn't need that. So I set up another substitute. I'm just gonna sub down to the Pataya Berry, activates, and now I'm just gonna Surf because I know the Surf would just destroy him with the Torrent activating and everything. So he switches out and he goes to his Torkoal just so it could die because it already did its job to set up the Stealth Rocks, which is a pretty good move. And he just needed something to get rid of when he brings back in his Gyarados. So I Ice Beam now because I have the Batire Berry boost, and it doesn't do much at all. So I was kind of scared by that. So that I was just wondering which would do more, the Ice Beam or the Surf. So I go for the Surf, and the Surf does a shitload of damage for resisting. Hey, that was pretty good. So I figure I could kill this thing before it wakes up, barring a paralyze. So I just keep surfing. I keep hoping that there's no paralyze at all, so I could just finish this thing. And I actually do get to get rid of it. And that Gyarados is pretty annoying, so it was a good thing I got rid of it. So now he brings out his Zapdos that's named Cromartie, Chargers cornerback. Just saying. And he Heat Waves me gone, so I really couldn't do nothing about that. So I bring back out my Mesprit, who really can take any shot he has to give it to me. And then he switches into a Togekiss, and I think I'm going to get flinched out of this game, but I ended up getting the T-Wave off. He went for the Ancient Power trying to get the boost, and now he just air slashes, and he gets the flinch. Not really surprised about it. So now he gets the paralyze, and I Ice Beam just to see how much that'll do, and it does a pretty nice amount. I'm happy with this amount. So I'm just gonna keep Ice Beaming, hoping that he doesn't get what he wants. But instead he rests, and I'm like, God damn it, this is really gonna be annoying. And the cool thing about this Togekiss is that it's a rest snore Togekiss, so it's pretty cool because the Snore with the Serene Grace has a 60% chance to flinch, which is pretty solid, I guess. But I avoided. I guess snoring doesn't make Mesprit flinch because he's awesome. So he goes for it one more time because that's pretty much all he can do while he's sleeping, and he snores, and the snore's not gonna do much, but I get the thunderbolt off, and he just dies, and I'm happy because that flinching bastard just did not get to do what it wanted to do. So now he brings out his Steelix, and I switch out to my Zapdos, and I didn't know exactly why I switched out to Zapdos, but once I saw how much damage the Stone Edge did, I figured it was choice banded, and he predicted the Heat Wave coming, so that was pretty easy to tell. So he goes into the Zapdos, and from the amount of damage that the Zapdos took, I'm pretty sure it's not a bulky Zapdos. So yeah, so that's pretty. That's a lot of information. Let's put it like that. That's a lot of information I just got. So he switches out and he goes back to his Machamp, and I get paralyzed, which is just horrible. So I switch out and I go back to my Celebi just as death fodder to see exactly what he locks himself into. And he locks himself into Dynamic Punch, which isn't a problem when I bring out my Kingdra, because I'm a waterfall, and regardless of if I get the flinch or not, he's gonna Dynamic Punch me, and I have the Lumberry, so I'm not really worried about that, and I know I'm gonna survive. So judging by what Waterfall did, I'm positive that Outrage will kill him without a Dragon Dance, so that was pretty cool. I got rid of it. It was pretty annoying because I didn't really want anybody else to get hit with that Dynamic Punch. So I outrage this Brolic Steelix that just eats it and then Earthquakes me. So now if I don't see any leftovers, I know it's banded or something. It has to be banded, and I don't see anything. So I bring out Mesprit because I'm forced to switch, and I forced to switch the only thing he has left, which is his Zapdos, and I didn't get it paralyzed, so I just Ice Beam it and it dies, which is great because now I have just a choice banded Steelix to deal with, and I don't bother switching because either way he's gonna be screwed, whatever he locks himself into. So he just decides to explode and bring the game to an end. So good game, Joker. It was a really weird battle. It was pretty fun. So just holler at me for a rematch if you want to. Go Chargers. You already know. Peace.